Hello, and welcome to this episode of Memoriam with Christina. My name is KatNBows, that's KatNBows, and I will be your storyteller today. And who is my lovely player?
Hi, I'm Mitha. MithaVT on Twitch and YouTube at Linktree/MithaVT. I'm here to play Christina. Normally, I would say she's the new fledgling of the group, but not today.
No, we're going into when she was just a burnt-out millennial. Except
I
whatever this generation's version of millennial is.
Like, she was born in 2070, so it's like whatever the stereotype is of the kids in the 2070s.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the older generations are constantly shitting on them for some reason, because that just seems to be the way these things always go.
Exactly. All right.
Damn kids and their insert latest technology here.
Yeah. All right. So we find ourselves not in Montreal today, but we find ourselves with Christina heading back home to Utica. Right? Utica?
Yep. Utica, New York.
As
implied previously, she's American.
Yes. It's a fairly calm train ride to where she needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's on Amtrak.
Yes. It is 4th of July, and 3 years ago, right? We're saying?
Mm-hmm. It is 2096. July 4th, 2096.
And she's heading home for the holiday to, because it's been forever. It's been at least a year since she saw her family last, maybe.
She's been trying to make the trip out every 4th of July because her family always has a get-together and a barbecue.
Yeah. The prototypical cookout that both of these whiteys have never been to.
So the first thing about this cookout is there's not a white face in the house.
Mm-hmm.
There's everybody has dark, thick black hair. Christina, of course, wears hers in tight braids. You have a mixture of shades of black. Her mother is probably the darkest out of everybody present.
Mm.
Her mother, Diane, she's in her, let's call it late 60s, early 70s.
Mm.
Her dad is at the grill and also in, late 60s, early 70s. And there is a big old Progress Pride flag on the front door.
Mm-hmm.
And then right above the front door as you walk in.
Yeah. Small little suburban town in a rural area kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm. Capital S suburbia.
Yes. You see a police car out front. Of that is your uncle's.
Yeah, it's an NYPD cruiser,
Mm.
but luckily he's not supposed to be here working.
Yeah, he's in casual clothes. I mean, I guess you wouldn't have a you. Cops don't use
casual clothes.
Cops don't use the cop cars as their normal daily drivers, do they? That's not a thing.
No, they're not supposed to, but I think in this case, it is very specifically a thing with her Uncle Matt, because Uncle Matt has a bad problem with turning it off.
Yeah.
He's never not a cop.
Mm.
And to the great aggravation of many members of the family, especially Matt's brother, Peter, who is Christina's dad.
Yeah. So why don't? So yeah, you're you walk into the house. Everybody gives you a big hug. Your two little siblings, your sisters, and your mom and your dad, and give you a hug, and your uncle's there, and it's like, good to see you, Christina. Yeah.
Mara, who is 15,
is your siblings.
And Chima. Here's the thing about Chima. Brother, sister, shrug.
Non-binary.
Chima is just gender.
Their gender is, what are you, a cop?
Yeah, exactly. Except, she, and I think she uses that joke all the time, especially around her Uncle Matt.
Yeah.
So like, what are you, a cop? And Matt's like, yes.
Oh, okay, never mind.
And this joke happens often, so much so that Christina just rolls her eyes.
Yeah. And you settle in.
The nice thing about Chima is the gender pronouns are she, her, he, him, they, them, in that order, and should always cycle.
Exactly. So
Chima just never gets mad at being misgendered because Chima doesn't give a fuck. All gender pronouns are valid.
Lovely. So you get home, you settle in. I think immediately your mom puts a plate of food in your hand.
Yeah, that sounds like her.
It's like, please eat. You're getting too skinny. What are they feeding you over there?
She's like, I'm trying to not eat anything but fast food, Mom. Trying to actually cook for myself in a tenement apartment is not easy or cheap. And I think she's she looks skinny, but sort of she always feels like she's used to being a lot flatter than she is now.
Yeah.
She's 2 years post-op and she's feeling like she's filling out very nicely. Thank you.
I mean, I don't think Christina is particularly skinny. I would call her a small fat, personally.
Yeah, and I think she's actually sort of embraced that. Like, she's very much, I appreciate a little round.
Yeah.
Because, like, to her, girl, a woman needs to have some shape.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
And that's just sort of been Christina's preference. And she's also, like, very happy. It's like, she's 4 years post-op now, and she's just very happy with where she's at.
Yeah.
And most of her family there, every bit of the family that's there, were very supportive during her transition. And are very supportive of her younger gender non-binary sibling.
I think the two, you're just like, so did you bring us gifts? Did you bring us gifts from Montreal?
And she actually digs into her bag and pulls out a couple of things.
And I think your dad, Peter, right?
Yeah, Peter.
It's like, no, that's a little rude. She's not here just to bring you gifts. She's your sister. That's the part you should be excited about. It's like, I can be excited about both.
And they're very nicely wrapped.
Yeah.
She does have like nicely wrapped presents, and they're actually, here's the thing, they're wrapped in leather.
Ooh.
She was having fun. And I want to say it's red, white, and blue because she's been working on this all year.
When are you gonna make? I think Gina at some point is like, when are you gonna make me an outfit? And Peter's like, she can make you an outfit when you turn 18.
What Dad said.
Aww. But my friends have leather jackets. It's like, that's very different than what your sister makes.
Well, also, I want to get you to like closer to your final size, or you're gonna outgrow it immediately. Huh?
Fine.
I want it to last.
I know.
Besides, what color would I do it? You're used. Sometimes you like bright pink, but then other times you don't.
Color changing. You make it so I can change the color.
She stops and thinks about that for a second. It's like, I could make a lining that I could take in and out, maybe? I don't know. Let me work on that one.
You got...
I'll see what I can do.
You got years. See what
Besides, I've got
Peter
other projects I'm working.
Says to you. Your dad says, see what I've been dealing with these two?
I'm just glad I'm at least making it back every year for 4th of July.
Yeah, of course. We're happy about it too, sweetie. Your mom says. I think your uncle is like, yes, I'm really glad. It's been years since we saw each other.
Well, one year you were traveling.
Growing into your womanhood, that's for certain.
Thanks, Dad.
Like,
one year you were traveling, and the year before that, I was still laid up from surgery.
Yeah, so it's been a little bit.
Yeah. It's like I was not going to get on the train while I was still in recovery.
No, of course, dear. Of course. So yeah, grilling activities kind of ensue. I imagine the two teenagers drag you out to a trampoline that's in the backyard. I want you to jump on it with them. Amara shows you some like flips that she's been learning.
Nice.
And
Chima's sort of like grilling her if she has any friends at school that she might be thinking about going out with.
Wait.
And she's getting sort of non-committal answers.
Who's asking that of who?
That's Christina is asking Amara.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The 15-year-old sibling.
Yes.
She's still in school.
I mean, they're both in school, but yes.
Yeah.
And I think at some point Uncle walks over and is like, so, liking it up in Montreal?
Uncle Matt. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's very nice having some financial independence, you know?
Of course. I remember when I got my first joined the force, and there's a certain amount of freedom to it that's very nice. College is still as expensive as it is, you know, and I went 30 years ago or whatever it is.
And
you ever
I was lucky to get this job straight out of college.
Definitely. So. Ever give any thought to coming back to Utica? I know your mom and your dad would love that.
I know, it's just I really can't endanger this job. This is some of the, like, it's definitely the best money I've ever made. And also, I really love the stuff that I'm working on right now. Like, I'm literally, I might even get promoted to project lead on this next project. We're actually designing our own game engine now.
Wow.
It's a lot of work, and I'm putting in a lot of hours.
I mean,
and
ultimately, I know that the Force could use someone in tech like you. So if you ever want to come back, give us a call, and I'm sure I could find you a job. We always need good IT personnel.
Thanks, Uncle Matt, but I don't think I get along too well with them.
Why not?
There's this hesitation with Christina where it's just like she doesn't want to get into another argument. And I think it's one of those things where I don't know if it's her dad, Peter, or her mom, Diane, who is just sort of shooting a look. It's like, no, we are not having that argument again.
Yeah, I think Peter walks over and, like, puts a hand on his brother. And just like, now, come on, Matt. We don't need to go into this. What?
I'm very happy with
I'm sorry if I'm proud of the work I do.
Let's not get political.
I'm okay with that. Family comes first, anyway, Matt says.
Blood is thicker than water and all of that.
Yeah. Peter says, at least this one is.
It would be nice to actually be able to know more.
I mean, Matt, I could tell you stories about your grandparents, that's for certain. And he starts going into something, and it's like, you do not need to hear about the days of you playing high school football, Matt. It's like, oh, what? Just because you were a nerd stuck in the library. It's like...
And I think Christina is just like, actually, I would like to know more about the indigenous side of your family. She is saying to, like, Peter and Matt,
yeah,
her dad and her uncle.
Look, sweetheart, they don't deserve to know about you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We just, it's a rough subject for me.
I know. And today is supposed to be a party.
Yeah. So, look, let's not get into it, all right?
Okay. You want some more coleslaw?
Of course I want coleslaw. Is coleslaw a white people thing? I don't know.
It is a very white people thing. And I want to say that, like, there's a certain mixture of some of the stuff that Diane makes is very, like, African traditional, but there's also a fair amount of just white people kind of food.
Well, yeah, like
it's a very white people holiday, the 4th of July. And it just doesn't seem quite traditional.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the meat and the spices on the grill that Peter is doing,
very good.
They're, oh, honey. White people burn your mouth right off.
Yeah. So I imagine at one point you all, your mother's like, all right, burgers are ready. Come on, let's all sit down like a family. We don't get to do this very often. Kind of pointedly looks at the three of you, Matt, and Peter.
Christina just sort of takes this in stride. She's like, I want one of the spicy ones.
Oh, they're all spicy.
Oh, good.
And you get your plates of food, and just like, so, your mom's like, come sit next to me, dear. And
Christina is happy to have a seat next to her mom and her gender non-binary sibling and sister.
So tell me, is there anyone special in your life? A new girlfriend?
I've been dating a girl named Therese.
Ooh. Well, how did you two meet?
Gives her mom a look. Kink scene. Like, she knows everybody in the kink scene.
Of course.
I met her through my friend Callie Linden up there.
Awesome. Why shouldn't she come with you today?
Well, here's the thing. Canadians don't get the 4th of July off, Mom.
You know, I guess that's right. I guess you're right. But you need to bring her next time you're down, okay? I want to meet her. I think Matt at some point maybe is just like, is she also, you know, like, is that trans?
No, she's cis. Who's asking this?
How does your uncle Matt?
Uncle Matt. Okay.
Like,
yeah, she's cis.
So you're the man of the relationship then. I think Peter goes, how can she be the man in the relationship? They're both women. Well, you know, one...
Chopsticks, Uncle Matt. Neither is the fork or the spoon. They're chopsticks, and they always come in a matched pair.
I mean, not from what I've heard.
Seriously.
I mean,
Uncle
look,
Matt, like you.
I got nothing against polyamory, you know, and what your kind does.
My kind? God, that's the whitest thing you've said today, Uncle Matt. It's like you have a gay brother, for fuck's sake.
Look, I'm just trying to understand.
Just accept that there are some things that you ain't gonna understand.
Okay. Sorry.
Like, I ain't gonna understand you being straight.
I mean, we both love women. Same thing, I think. Right?
The way lesbians love girls and the way men love girls are completely different animals, Uncle Matt. Completely different animals. A lot more endurance in bed, for starters.
Oh, come on. Now that's uncalled for.
I think DAN is...
We're underage people here, and I think that both the kids are laughing at that.
I think Diane is snickering.
Yeah, I think... Do you...
Christina turns to her mom. It's just like, am I right or am I right, Mom?
Oh, you're right. I think your dad, Peter, was like, do we always have to do this every time you come and visit? One time I get to see my daughter. Lives that hundreds of miles away. I'm just asking questions. I want to learn.
If you want to learn, why do we keep having the same discussion?
You can go read a fucking book in the library, Peter says.
Not our job to educate. It's our job to be here and be family.
It's a queer family. I'm gay. My wife's a lesbian. My daughter's a lesbian. Trans. I have a non-binary child.
Christina noogies Chima.
I'm shocked that Amara hasn't come out as anything yet, to be perfectly honest.
A pain in the ass.
Who says that?
Christina does. And I think Amara's over here like, I could be the gayest straight woman on earth. Give me some slack. She's like, in this family, being the straight one makes me the minority.
Yeah, I think Matt says, and you're always welcome to come. If you need to be around straight people every once in a while, you know, you can always call me, Matt says.
At least wait until she's 18.
Is it so bad that I want to be with one of my nieces and spend time with her?
Especially considering the rest of the family's in Arizona.
Arizona's beautiful. I love it there. I came there for work.
The Grand Canyon is great, but how often do we get to visit? It's 3,000 miles away. I don't think I've ever even met my grandma or my grandpa on that side of the family. Come on, when am I going to get to meet them?
You don't want to meet them, Peter says. They wouldn't treat you with the respect that you deserve. Shockingly, Matt's the best of the three of them.
The bar is in hell. Come on, it's 2096 already.
So I don't know why you want to meet them.
Because, like, there's this entire side of the family I don't even know. Like,
I'm trying to keep you safe.
I understand that, but is it so wrong to want to know more about the indigenous side of the family?
They don't even treat it with respect. They wouldn't teach you anything that isn't just white lies.
Christina sighs in frustration. See, that's what I want. That's what I want. I want to learn about that heritage. All of that stuff that the Mazza side of the family runs away from.
Maybe you should visit there yourself, or we could go, but bring your mother. But I can't go back there.
Why?
Because it hurts too much. Can't I have... I don't understand why I can't have dinner with my family where I'm not reminded of my horrible past.
Can I ask a question, Dad?
Yes. Go ahead.
Were they abusive?
I think you see him get pained, and before he has a second to say anything, it's just like, I mean, they were parents. They made the mistakes. You know, I'm not gonna say they were perfect, of course, but you know, I don't think you think your dad or your mom were perfect parents either. But they're good people, and I mean, if you want to come and visit them, I'd love to go with you. Don't take my daughter to them. Matt, Peter says. Why not? Because they'll hurt her. Like they hurt me. I think you're overreacting, Matt says.
Christina interjects at this place. So the answer is yes.
Yeah. Mostly emotionally, but we all got spanked as kids. Peter, Matt says. Yeah, and look how well you turned out. Peter says. Look, I can tell I'm not wanted here. I'm sorry if I...
Who said that specifically? Is that Matt?
Yeah.
And I think Christina is just like, Stop. Both of you.
Look, I'm just trying to keep you safe, Peter
Yes,
says.
and I appreciate that, Dad. You're doing the right thing for the right reason. But I also think I have a right to know.
I mean,
these things can coexist. And it can also coexist that what they did to you was wrong. And that your feelings are valid. But it is also possible for these things to all be interconnected and true.
I think your mother puts a hand on your wrist and is like, look, if you want their phone number, I can give it to you. Peter, I think she deserves to know them if she wants.
I'm old enough.
Wouldn't trust them as far as I can throw them, dear, and I am also terrified that they will hurt you.
I'm old enough that if they try, I can just hang up.
Okay. Be safe, okay? I don't want you getting hurt.
I know, Dad. And trust me, I am doing everything in my power to make sure that that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to help me, look at houses?
Yeah, I'd love to.
She's deliberately changing the topic to get her family moved off of this. And she sort of pulls out her phone. It's just I've been looking at places. I've been doing a bunch of savings. So remember that savings account I had? I was saving a bunch before surgery to cover any expenses that happened.
Yeah.
And now I've been using that same savings account. It's for a down payment on a house.
That's awesome, sweetie.
She starts rapidly moving them.
Yeah. I think
she starts rapidly moving them off that topic.
So we'll end our little memoriam here.
That actually covers everything I think we wanted to hit.
And thank you for listening. I have been KatNBows. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok at KatNBows.
There you go. God, I'm a nerd.
And we have my lovely player, Mitha.
Link linktr.ee/Mitha MithaVT, where you will find my Twitch, my YouTube, and I will still be MithaVT next week, and I'm not going to stop being MithaVT next week, so there's no need for a past tense.
Look, I never know what I'm going to be. That's part of the DID.
Fair.
Goodbye, everybody.
But then you have to change all your branding.
Exactly. Goodbye, everybody.
And thank you for joining us for this visit to Christina's family.
Yeah.